So we're set for our next fight of the evening here in Macau at the Cotai Arena. As you take a look at the tail of the tape, Rex Joe and John Bajawa. And you see a couple of things. Number one, Joe is a couple of inches taller. The weight's exactly the same. Age, 5 years older is Rex. And about a half-inch advantage in reach. Take a look at the rules here. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Fighting cannot be safe with the bell in any round. Only the ref can stop the fight. Accidental foul. We go to the scorecards after the 4th round. So we're set to go with our next fight here from the Cotai Arena at the Venetian, Macau, China. Glad that you can be with us. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan, and we're streaming on TopRank.com. From Hong Kong comes Rex Joe. Hails from Indonesia. This is scheduled for 6 rounds. Oh, here comes John from Indonesia. He's a 4-year professional fighter. Usually fights at 115, coming up to 118. He's had 3 8-round fights and a couple of 6-round fights. In his 8-round fights, he's 1-2. In his 6-round fights, he's 0-2. He's well conditioned, but he lacks that one punch power that he may need against Rex Joe tonight. All the way from Indonesia. Last time out, he got stopped in the 8th round by Yushi Tanaka in March in Nagoya, Japan. So they're hoping that this kid can give Rex Joe a few rounds. Joe, of course, from Hong Kong. They love him here. You can take a ferry ride over from Hong Kong, a hydrofoil, and you hear the reaction of the crowd already as they see Rex. Rex at 13-0 is sneaking along as a bantamweight. He's ranked 8th by the WBO. He's up to 13 in the IBF. And WBA he's 15. But those are all at 115 pounds. This is 118 pounds. This kid's a sophomore. He turned pro in September of 11 with a 4-round win over Wei Jingqing over in Hong Kong. He's had 5 wins in China, 3 wins in the Philippines in 2011 and 12. He starts fast. He's got a good jab, solid body shots. He holds a couple of minor titles too. He's the WBC Asian Council champ at 118 pounds, as well as the WBO Asia Pacific title he holds. We saw him fight in May. He struggled to make 115 pounds. That's why he's up to 118. He had a win with a solid unanimous decision over Rakchasak Kokijim from Thailand. He's a terrific fighter. He needs to use his reach all the time and keep his distance. He needs to move a little bit more. And if he does, who knows how far Rex Joe can go. Here, they hope he goes all the way. He's certainly an attraction in Hong Kong, and that translates to Macau. A lot of these people in attendance, and it's a good crowd, as you can see, in this Cotai Arena, have come to see Rex Joe. All right, we're ready to get this underway. Lupe's standing by. So here he is, Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the action here at Cotai Arena. Once again, proudly brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with Foreman Boys Promotions, La Cerveza Tecate con Carácter, and our host of Venetian, Macau. This bout scheduled for a distance of 6 rounds in the bantamweight division. The 3 judges are Edgar Olalho, Glenn Feldman, and Edward Ligas. The man in charge, referee Sawaeng Tawikun. Introducing first, the fighter in the blue corner. He steps in wearing black with gold and white trim. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 117.5 pounds. And after stepping into the ring 18 times as a professional, He maintains a record of 12 victories against 6 losses, and 6 of his victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of Denpasar, Indonesia, John Bajawa. Standing across the ring in the red corner, wearing blue with white trim. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an identical 117.5 pounds. And he enters the ring, an undefeated fighter with 13 victories. 8 of those victories coming by way of KO. The Wonder Kid from Hong Kong, China, Rex Cho.
Boxer, please.
So the referee.
What I get about the foul, don't do any foul. Obey my command is important. When I say stop, you stop. When I say break, you 1 full step back. And protect
Bajawa
yourself all the time.
with the gold streak down the center of his hair. They both have black trunks. That's Cho with Miguel Diaz. Cho 13-0 from Hong Kong. Big favorite here. Something you don't see too often. He's wearing blue tights. That's good since they both have black and white trunks on. Cho, you see, is a southpaw right away. Well, Adriana, you work with Cho this week. You know quite a bit about him.
That's right. I talked to him about his humongous fan base, and I asked him, when all the crowd is screaming your name, Rex, 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 what goes through your mind? And he told me that at first, it would make him nervous. He wasn't sure how to react to it. It would make him nervous. But now, it actually motivates him, and he can't wait to hear his name again.
All right, good stuff. Doing all right now, landing some power shots with that left hand as a southpaw, Joe. There's some housekeeping that needs to be done in the center of the ring. Evidently, there's some water there. And he's getting it cleaned up. And it's a good thing he did because that water is right where the Takati sign is. They can make it very slippery, so round 1 continues. Joe with the blue tights on, the blue shoes. Bajawa from Indonesia has that yellow golden streak down the center of his hair. Kind of slaps at his punches a little bit. Joe sits right down on his punches. Nice stiff left hand right to the jaw. Another one. Hot body shot by Rex. The body shot downstairs. He's learning to move a lot more. I like the way he's getting his distance better here now and using his reach. So he's improved since I saw him last time. Aljo Haro works with him. Miguel Diaz is with him. Jay Lau. Doug Mahine also works in the corner with him. Rex Cho with the Rex in the back of his trunks. This is round 1. It's scheduled for 6. And you see how awkward Bajawa is? Sneaky with that right uppercut, though. Straight left by Rex. Cho with combinations in and out. I like the way he's getting his positioning now and using his reach, coming in and coming back out. Bajawa wants to counter him, but when you're throwing and firing and getting off the way Rex is coming in, it's hard to counter him. Bajawa, tough kid, 12-6, 6 knockouts. You hear the reaction of the crowd when Rex Cho does anything. You got to give you a pretty good indication of how the people feel about him and his reaction to the crowd. And there's a big crowd in here. They come early because they not only want to see the championship fight, the Rigondeaux fight, they want to see Macao, they want to see Makantsev, and they want to see Ik Yang, who fights the next time around. So Cho wins the first round, 10-9. Miguel Diaz over the ropes. He's one of the best cut men in the business, been around a long time. Across the way. Bajawa's corner guy pulled his arm down and rubs it up, and then he puts it back up on the ropes. This is good. Putting it back up on the ropes is a bad idea. Trying to stretch out that left arm, right arm rather. But both the hands should be pulled down between his legs so that the heart doesn't have to pump the blood up and let him totally recuperate in between rounds. Here we go to round 2. Again, this is scheduled for 6. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan. Adriana Jimenez is with me. Principal's in there with a blue trim down his black trunks, or very dark blue trunks, is Rex Cho. John Bajawa in the black trunks with the yellow trim on his head. Bajawa very awkward and slaps with his punches. And Cho's taking advantage of it because he's sitting down on his punches more now. Nice hand speed by Rex. Finally, Bajawa gets off a good solid punch, gets his right shoulder into it. And that's what he's got to do with the southpaw, is try to get that right hand down the middle. He's tough. He's got bulky little muscles, for bulging muscles for a guy at 118 pounds. These guys come in under the 118 at 117.5. Bajawa looking right at you with a streak down the hair. Rex goes with the left hand lead. That's his power shot. Nice left hand right on the chin. Snapped the head of Bajawa. Rex has had him cornered in there a couple of times, but showing some nice patience here. Even though everything that Rex does, the crowd reacts favorably here. The entire lower level of this arena is packed. It's the left-hand power shot for the southpaw. Minute to go in the second round, scheduled for 6. Cotai Arena, Macau, China. The Venetian. What a beautiful setup this is. It's just like the one in Las Vegas. You've been there, but it's about twice the size. And Lord knows the one in Las Vegas is huge. And you should see them gamble here. Wow. $1,000 minimum on the tables. Rex doing a nice job outboxing this guy with about 25 seconds to go now in round 2. Showing some patience. Nice movement. Joe having difficulty landing clean shots as Rex skips away. Nice left hook. See, Bajawa does a lot of pity patting with his punches. He slaps his punches and like the heel of his hand hits first. That's the Cho round, 10-9. Every time I come here, the crowds seem to get bigger as you take a look at Rex. Cho on the assault. Now he gets backed up a little bit, but he pulls out. Nice shot by Cho. See those hands again up on the ropes? No good. How about the last fight, Adriana, Rex here?
You know, the last time that Rex fought here 6 weeks ago, he said that he injured his hand, but it actually didn't get in the way of his training camp for this fight. He said it wasn't that bad, but something that he did learn from that last fight was that he got knocked down for the very first time in his career, and he learned from it. And I asked him, what did you learn? He said, I never want to go down again. Very good answer. Round 3 here, Rex Cho, she's talking about, in the blue with the white trim. They look black on your screen. And look at this, Bajawa slapping him some more. Now Rex has got him lined up for a really strong body shot with that left hand. Pushes him off, showing his strength, tries to attack the body some more. And now here's Rex on the assault. Tied up by Bajawa. This guy will not let a fighter hold. Even though it's part of the defense of some fighters to grab and walk a guy back. This referee, Dawi Kung, will not let a guy hold. He'll take points away almost immediately. And you hear them cheering for Rex Cho. Doubles with the jab, skips forward, power shot, catches Bajawa. Bajawa might be hurt by that. It's even a little loose of the knees right now. His heel's very heavy. Kind of falls into the ropes, and Rex comes right on top of him. Lands another solid straight left to the body. Hard body shots by Rex. Good body shot again. It's about 4 or 5 serious body shots there. Followed up by some of these. Rex Cho having his way with John Bajawa from Indonesia. These shots landing. Undefeated Rex Cho, 13-0, 8 knockouts. Nice uppercut again. Indonesian tries to fight out the rope, but Rex won't have it. Now he grabs and holds. Body shot. That left hand was right in the solar plexus, and the heels go down again of John Bajawa. Bajawa to the left of your screen, solid black. Guy with the blue tights is Rex Cho. Uppercut in the inside. They exchanged uppercuts, but I assure you Cho got the best of that exchange. There's Rex on the assault again in the closing seconds of the 3rd round. Big body shot, looping body shot, straight left. Nice uppercut. Wow, that's a really good round. That's the best round of the fight for Cho. He's won them all. I have it 30-27 after 3, meaning Bajawa would have to win every round of the fight to get a draw now.
They will knock him down now.
This body shot by Rex Cho. There it is, right there. Now at the end of the round, right back, another body shot. Bajawa lands a little bit, but there's a clean left hand landed by Rex Cho. See those arms still up? That's just the poor corner. All right, we get ready to move to round number 4. The Colonel Bob Sheridan working with me. Adriana Jimenez, who spent the week there. Talked to some of the fighters, sharing her insight of her week experience here. Our principals here, Rex Cho in the blue. The tights, the southpaw. And the guy that's leading the fight, 30-27 after 3 rounds. For the life of me, Bajawa, unless he starts throwing more, he can't count on this guy. He's got to get off first, and he can't do it with this guy. Cho on the assault again. These are hard shots, 2 really hard shots to the body underneath that left elbow of Bajawa. Bajawa hanging on now. Ref warns him again. That's the 2nd time, and he will take points away for the seemingly very little holding. one right to the solar plexus, just below the breastbone. And that's his power shot. These are upstairs. Rex doing all the scoring now. The minute gone here in round 4, and he's won the first 3 rounds. Bajawa can't wait. If I were him, I'd just put my ears back and let it fly. Throw some wild shots. Do something to get this guy off. Nice combination of punches. And he almost has to hang on that time. Rex having a nice fight against Bajawa. Hard body shots. Hasn't really had to do too much to the head because he landed such terrific body shots. There's one upstairs, another one upstairs. Rex landing at will now, and Bajawa has to hang on, although he tries to fight off the ropes. He needs to grab him and walk him back on his heels, but the ref won't allow that. Now Bajawa gets in position where he can land some punches, but he can't get off, because Rex won't stay there. Rex obviously the stronger of the 2 guys. And he's got the advantage a little bit in reach and a couple of inches in height, and he's using it. He's again trying to go for that liver shot as Bajawa tries a slapping movement. Again, he does a lot of those punches that if they didn't have the hands, or actually the thumbs tied down, he'd be hitting with the heel of his hands, slapping it. Not a good technical fighter is Bajawa, but he's very tough. And Rex has learned a lot since I saw him in his first couple of professional fights. He's come a long way. Doubles, triples with a jab. Didn't commit to that left hand, but he did the second time. Almost out of time here in the 4th, and Rex continues to land shots. Bajawa's throwing him, he's just not landing. That ends the 4th round, and that's another show round. That's 4 in a row for him. He's pitching a shutout. 40-36 after 4 for Rex Cho. Cho spelled T-S-O. T-S in Chinese, they tell me is pronounced Ch.
That's why, bro. I will knock him down.
Our replay is all Rex Cho. Look at this. 3 in a row there. 4. On the assault again. Makes Bajawa miss. And he makes a miss because he's throwing so many punches. Bajawa finally has to hang on. Gets nailed. He hasn't knocked him down yet.
Then get out. Get out. Get out. Don't stay. Get out. Bang, 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 get out. Then. Bang, 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 get out. All right? Oh, knock him down, knock him down.
Colonel Bob Sheridan here. We're at the Cotai Arena at the Venetian, Macau. We're streaming on TopRank.com.
Okay. Books.
Rex Cho to the left of your screen in the blue tights, blue trunks. Starts off with a combination of the body of Bajawa. Hard right hand. Hard to the body. He's sort of beating this guy up right now. He's a really strong punches. Bajawa trying to grit his teeth and tough way through it. He's getting hit a lot. If he doesn't answer back, this ref could stop the fight. That's about 15 to 16 unanswered punches, and that's it. It's all over. The referee stops the fight, and he should have. For Rex Cho, there are about 15 to 16 unanswered punches thrown by this man, Rex Cho, whose record moves to 14-0, and that'll be scored as a 5th-round technical knockout victory for Rex Cho. Record moves to 14-0 with 9 knockouts. I had him winning every single round of the fight. There were no knockdowns, but that accumulation of punches at the end. And Sewing Kun did the right thing in stopping the fight, and I knew he would, because of the amount of punches that were unanswered by Bajawa. Guys mauling you like that, you got to grab him and walk him back, or take a knee or slide down the ropes. If you can't do any of those things, and you don't throw punches, the ref has no choice but to stop the fight. A nice victory, much to the pleasure of the crowd on hand here at the Cotai Arena. Miguel Diaz continues to attend to Rex. Okay, Lupe Contreras is standing by. Let's go up and get the official particulars for Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, a series of unanswered blows forces referee Sawa Ang Tawi Kun to step in and call a halt to this contest with an official time of 48 seconds of round number 5. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, the Wonder Kid, Rex Cho.
It was Rex Cho from the outset. He controlled the entire fight. Won every single round and finished it off in grand fashion in the 5th round. All right, so we'll recap the fight for you, and this is the way it started out. Round number 2, it was all Cho in round 1, and again here in round number 2.